So a couple of hours ago I got to this place called Kuramae. I thought it was going to be more interesting than it turned out, but I think the issue was that I was in the wrong area. I'd turned the wrong way out of the station. That's what happens when you don't research. But now I think I've found the area of interest that I thought it was going to be. So let's gonna head right up here and get in amongst some really interesting little streets. I'm going to probably attach this to my earlier email where, attach email? My earlier video where, I went the wrong way. It was okay. Well, maybe this will stand alone, I'm not sure. We'll see later. So a little temple there. Seeing old gents wander through there. So already it's looking like an interesting area to me. I have had a quick wander this time, just to get a feel for it, and there it is. That's the street. There's a name for the street. Maybe I'll spot it and be able to let you know, or maybe not. But this area is made up of these, I think it was old storage area, grains and things, grains, I'm not sure, but because it's close to the river. Many years ago, it was a storage area. But plenty of options here on what way to go. Let's start going right up the middle where it looks the most interesting right now. Still overcast. When I got here, it's now after 1:30. I got here about 11:30. It was 27. Let's check it out now. Yeah, nice little streets. It's still 27. A little bit of a breeze, a chance of rain. That's not good. I don't have any preparation for that. So these two buildings here, either side of the paved street, they're interesting. Just what I was looking for today, really. I kind of don't want to prepare too much before these walks, but they prove that I probably need to do a little. Just gone the wrong way. Oh, I started off coming this way and then I turned back. Yay. Really uncomfortable when people are that close to keep talking to myself. Not too bad when you're walking past them, but still a little reluctant probably. Yeah, this is a cracking street. I like it. Well, these little fellas, Julio and Horatio. What the hell? Julio on the front of that one, and small. Yeah, and then I turned around and there she was putting the camera in my direction. Maybe she wants me out of the way. Yeah, a lot of closed frontages. I don't know what goes on in this area now, although I think I read it's kind of like a business area, which normally would mean there's a lot of eateries, lunch eateries around, but I can't even see that. So these, I guess they're Second World War-ish kind of buildings, timber frames, just iron cladding. Don't know how they'd go in a earthquake. They certainly build them for earthquakes now. There's a building being knocked down opposite where I'm staying, and they've got the big heavy machinery in there and knocking it down bit by bit and almost crushing the concrete, and the amount of rebar metal in it, amazing. Kind of separate it, throw the concrete crushed into the back of a truck and off it goes. There's so much rebar. I can only imagine that's for the earthquakes protection. So it's a sleepy area, but very attractive. It's a nice balcony there, you know. A lot of Japanese homes don't really have the windows I'd like, and a lot of the apartments will have balconies, but they're just small balconies that you dry your clothes on. I love a bit of natural light and a balcony to sit on. Yeah, not that easy to find here. See, little balcony, all clothes hung out to dry. Not enough room for a seat. See, I might just go down this one. There's that quick spin again. Yeah, it's an interesting area, huh? Like that one. Some old, some rebuild, some new. It's a quiet little one. Don't want to talk loud in here, disturb people, wake them up. Yeah. Unlikely it's unlikely they can rebuild, but yeah, looks like you might be able to. A few pretty new ones in there. This is pretty common, plants out the front of a house. I guess they don't have a yard. So they do their gardening out the front. Yeah, definitely what I anticipated this area. I like it a lot. A little bit surprised it's a bit quiet and not a lot of shops or that kind of thing happening. Maybe a wrong day, it's a Monday. It said just after lunch. It's a beauty too. Yeah, wow. Tin alley. All that tin houses. What else we got? Whoop. A little bit fast. That's right, I noticed this fruit and veg before. Kokos Nakamura supermarket. Yeah, local little fruit and veg. For some reason I take a fair few photos of these buildings with the bike parked out the front. Something. Bike adds a little something to the picture. Comes a bike rider, I'll try and cut the car out. Yeah, look at that street down there. So Japanese, isn't it? Oh, I've been going to say for a few days that you'll notice that there's a lot of power lines, etc. on the streets, and you'd think somewhere like Japan would be all about burying them and making the place tidier. But I've heard, and it's probably true, I think, that they don't bury all their lines because in the case of an earthquake it's going to be easier to repair if they're above ground, and maybe ultimately less damage and less time out of action. Kind of makes sense. There's certainly a big earthquake coming sometime. This time I haven't really felt any little tremors. Definitely last time I did. One actually woke me up and it was 5.6 or 5.9. So it wasn't that small, kind of shook the bed. And it made me wonder, at what point do you get out of the house or the flat, you know, when is it dangerous to stay inside, or is it more dangerous outside if you're in an appropriate building? I don't know. I have to find out what the recommendations are here, I reckon. I'd just be stuck, I'd be frozen, going, I don't know what to do. Yeah. All the alleyways are cute. I think we've just about covered what we need to. And I don't want to get wet. So, I was hoping somebody would ride a bike past here or something in a moment, but maybe not. I'm actually going to walk back up that paved street and take a few photos around where those fish were being grilled, and any other photos I might feel like. Whilst I'm here. but that's probably covered these the main streets in this fantastic little area. Finish up with the view down the paved street. What is all that? Oh, ski gear. Goodness. Serious. More sunflowers looking for sun. Out of luck today. Yeah, so this is kind of the modern structure, concrete with heaps and heaps of metal in it. Pretty resistant to the earthquakes, I believe. Car messes up the image, so let's walk past it and call it a day. Stop for me, that's very kind, that's what happens. We will just stand right here and finish off. Catch you next time, who knows where.